Welcome to Getting Jiggy with Miss Wiggy. This is our maiden voyage. I'm Miss Wiggy, and the reason I'm starting this YouTube channel is because I love fake hair. I have been wearing fake hair since 2005. I got a very unfortunate haircut. I'm going to show a before and after. I never go to Supercuts. This is my first tip to you. So I have been struggling with this bad haircut for 14 years. I have a very weird, coarse texture to my hair that I just have to beat the shit out of with curling irons, straighteners, hair dryers, and it just breaks off and it never grows past a certain length. So I was working down at the time in 2005 with all these women that worked or that lived or were from, from Haiti, from South America. They took one look at me in this horrible haircut and they said I needed to get hair extensions. And at that time I'd never heard really of hair extensions. I didn't know anything about them. So they helped me. They ordered me a set of them. They came in blonde. But at that time they really just came in one texture. And so I had to learn, because I do have this coarse curly texture, how to learn how to blend them, and so that was my first lesson. And so over the years I have used the clip-ins. I have had them sewn in for about 3 years, which was very expensive, and then you have to buy the hair, which I was buying 100% human hair, which has gotten really expensive these days. And then that Daisy Fuentes like halo hair thing, I've used that. Then one day I was looking through some YouTube videos and I ran across these gals that were posting these videos about these cheap Amazon wigs that they were buying. And so I was interested, so I watched one of their videos, and the wigs they're about $35 to $40. They come in so many different styles, hair colors, textures, and they're synthetic and they're heat resistant, and so you can style them. So I bought my first wig and it came, and I watched I've been watching a lot of videos about this, but some of them come and, you know, the parts, you kind of need to pluck them out a little bit, and I'm not going to do a video on that because it's kind of boring and there's a ton of them out there. So if you do this and you want to buy an Amazon wig, you're going to want your part to be your part just normally is not perfect, so you're going to take a pair of tweezers and, like I said, look up a video on plucking your wig and everything will be great. But anyway, what you do, this first video, I just kind of want to go over the basics of what you're going to want to look for, and I've got links to this all down below, so if you just want to take all the guesswork out of it, click on those links. But what I look for, because I am a blonde, I go for blonde textures, but I like to go with an ombre root. So I like this darker root because I find that it's easier to blend with my natural hair when I get the ombre looks. And there's a ton of these, and there's so, like I said, there's so many different colors, textures, black, brown, red. I think I'm going to go red my next wig. But anyway, I just got this one yesterday, and so we're going to cut this one down in a different video. I'm not going to do it today. But you're going to want the lace front. A lace front synthetic heat resistant wig is what you're looking for. So they're going to come with this little lace front. So that's the first thing. Buy your wig. And like I said, they really shouldn't be any more than, I haven't paid more than $40 for one. And then another reason why I really love Amazon is because if you get it and you don't like it, you can return it, where you can't do that on a lot of the other wig websites that I've been to. It's kind of like all sales are final. So you're going to want to get yourself a box of these little pins. They're called hairpins. They're not bobby pins. They look like that, so they're more of a U shape. And what we're going to do with these, we're going to glue our wigs to our heads, and then we're going to secure it down with about 4 of these, just so we feel secure. A tail comb, because we're going to use this to pull out our natural hair in the front and make a more natural hairline. And then these are hair mascaras. So I have a black and a brown, and I also use a palette I have a black eyeshadow that I use to kind of brush into my hair so I can get that to blend, but we'll go over blending in a different video. To cut our wigs, you're going to want to get a pair of pinking shears. So if you can see that, they're not a normal just straight blade, but they've got more of a, well, they're pinking shears, so just look that up. And again, links are below, so if you just want to buy those, the ones that they're inexpensive. So all of this shouldn't run you more than the first time around, $50 or $60 probably. Another thing that you're going to want to look for is this Got To Be. They have this on, can you see it there? Got To Be glue. And this is a freeze adhesive. And so we're going to spray this on our heads. And then when we put our wigs on, we will push the wig towards the head, and then it adheres. And so we feel, you're going to feel more secure, you know, in a windstorm. So your wig's not going to fly away. And then lastly, what I would suggest is getting one of these wig stands. They're really nice. This is where I store all, if you can see behind me, I've got two more. But they're about $10. They come apart in 3 pieces. So even like when I'm traveling, I'll pick a couple different looks, and then I bring these wig stands, and then that's how I store all my wigs, and so they stay nice. But anyway, that is pretty much what I wanted to cover today. The other part of getting jiggy with Miss Wiggy is I love to garden. I've got a pretty fantastic garden, so I'm going to give you some pointers on, you know, how to plant a beautiful pot, different things that you can do in the fall so your, you know, garden looks great in the spring. I'm also pretty good in the kitchen, so giving some kitchen pointers, tips and tricks on just making your house a beautiful living space for, I am a big cheapskate, so I like to do things on a budget. But I like things to look nice and quality. So I will be giving you my tips and tricks on those kinds of things. So that's going to be it for today. Thanks for hanging out with me, and come back next time for Getting Jiggy with Miss Wiggy.